If you're a heating, air conditioning technician, or even a salesperson, what's the middle of night conversation that you need to know about, and why does it matter? This is an important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. All right, so I'm going to let you in on something. I get this phone call, if not every week, probably every other week. And I get this phone call from entrepreneurs, from salespeople, from friends, from people who are not in sales, from people who don't own businesses. And the conversation goes like this. I'm going to give you the gist of it. Scott, I've got XYZ problem going into my life. I just want to know that everything's going to be okay. Just want to know everything's going to be okay. And in the face of adversity, we all struggle, including me. I struggle from imposter syndrome. I struggle from rejection. I struggle sometimes when I take a look and I'm like, I haven't done enough. I struggle with all these same things too. And there are times where I go to my mentors and I'm like, hey, where am I at on this? And like, they give me the talk, hey, everything's going to be okay. And no matter where you're at in your life, no matter what you have going on, you're going to be fine. You're going to be all right. There are some scumbags out there that don't want to see you succeed, but the most successful people in my life that I have had the time to be around, and we're talking like fractional billionaires and billionaires, are the most truly giving people that want to see you succeed. And I will tell you this, that we may have never met. We may never ever meet, but there's going to be a point where you wake up in the middle of the night, can't go to sleep, you're laying there. This is the message that you need to hear. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. You'll figure it out. You'll find a way. You'll ask the questions. You'll find the introduction. You'll talk to the person. It may not be easy, right? That's the thing. Like, to say this, you're going to be okay, is one thing, but for you to put foot in front of foot, action in front of action, and do all the things that need to be done, it may be tough. But I encourage you, keep going. I encourage you, find a way. I encourage you to ask the questions, to talk to the people. And here's what you need to know. Most successful people have failed multiple times. I have a long list of failures. I've got a lot of failures. There's stuff that I look back on and I'm like, oh my goodness, I lost so much money. Oh my goodness, I lost this relationship. But you get stronger over time. You find ways to adapt. You find ways to rebuild. You find ways to overcome. You find new relationships. But here is the thing. When you decide to like, I'm going to shrink and I'm going to go small, you stop reaching out to people. You stop making phone calls. You stop putting yourself out there. There's all the things that you stop doing, right? So I'm going to highly encourage you to do this thing. Take lots of action. Whatever is holding you back, if you've got to call people to get clients, call people to get clients. If you've got to send out cold emails, send out cold emails. If you've got to go get a client that you really don't want to work with to get things done, go do that. If you got to get a second job, keep going. You're going to be okay. Just take stock of what you have. Sit down for a few minutes and figure out, what are my skills, my talents, and my capabilities, okay? And then once I have those skills, talents, and capabilities written down, how can I deploy my assets that I have? Because those are all assets for you. How do I deploy those assets to make it better, to fix things? Can I go on Upwork? Can I go on Craigslist? Can I go and get some money from a vendor and do some things for them that I typically wouldn't do, all within, wrapped up in your ethics and your beliefs? You need some momentum. You need a small win. So what's a hobby or a task or something that you can do that's going to remind you that you're an amazing person, that you're fantastic at what you do, that everything's going to be okay? Me, I'll give you mine. I struggle, right? There's days that I come out here to the river, and the reason that I create content is that creates momentum for me. So I'll watch like a really good drama movie. I'll watch a movie about somebody doing the impossible. And a lot of times in this day and age, it's about entrepreneurs or it's about sports figures. So like the movie Rudy, the movie Invincible, the movie with Will Smith about happiness, Pursuit of Happiness. Like, you could go down the list of like all these dramas where people weren't supposed to make it and they did. Like, look, you're up against the odds. You're up against impossible. I believe in you. We've never met. We could have met. I still believe in you, right? Jump back on the train, get back on the program, do what needs to be done. You probably have a friend, a coworker, or a family member that needs to hear this message. I just encourage you to share it with them. I'm not trying to sell you anything today. I'm just some dude on social media or the internet telling you, hey, look, I've been there. I will be there again, right? And this reminder that everything's going to be okay is super importante. It's super importante because it's really easy to lose sight. It's really easy to lose hope. But you know what? Anywhere there's a positive, there's also a negative. Anywhere there's a negative, there's also a positive. If you're struggling right now, the opposite of struggle is to be in a good situation. At one point in your life, you were in a good situation. Jump back in on it. Have some really good conversations. If you need to, go see a priest, a rabbi, a clergy member, whatever religion you have to be. Call an 800 number, hang out with an entrepreneur, volunteer at a homeless shelter. I mean, you got to get out and get some momentum, and whatever it takes for you to get some momentum, I will let you know. I, Sylvan Bell, will let you know that you're going to be okay. It'll all work out, right? So if it's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and you're watching this video, you're going to be all right. Just figure out a game plan, take some action, and make sure to stick to that action. You might have to modify it, but like, hey, here's what I'm going to do. Listen to some positive information. Read 10 pages in a book daily. Get up and do some exercise. Eat a really healthy meal. Tell somebody that you love them. There's a whole bunch of things that you could do. Worrying is like a rocking chair. You go backwards and forwards, but you end up going nowhere, right? Got that line from Van Wilder, if you were wondering. You got this. Keep on going. Just want to let you know that I appreciate you. You're going to be okay. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.